We're on air right now with Dominion Hill Records owner Rhasun. What is up, man?
Peace, peace. How's everything, bro?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's what's up. So, you got a lot going on right now. You just signed a pretty big deal recently with Rock Nation, man. So, how's that?
Yeah, it was dope. Yeah, I had a meeting with Will Carter in the Rock Nation office earlier this year, and we was able to put together a distribution situation. But yeah, the label is Dominion Hill. We came in. Distribution is Equity, and Equity is owned by Rock Nation.
Oh, man, that's pretty awesome, man. So, you
Yeah.
said Carter, like Jay-Z, man?
No.
Oh, my bad.
It's his nephew, Rail Carter. Rail Carter.
I mean, either way, man, that's still pretty
Yeah.
big, man.
Yeah, he's a good brother, man. So everything is what it, uh, everything is everything right now. So we just got a project in the system. We got two in the system. You know what I'm saying? In the last 60 days after we did the deal, we got Biz the Prince, his single New Jersey Anthem that's out. That came out Friday the 16th. That's on all DSPs. And then Solomon Childs, his single drops Friday the 23rd. It's called Work Hard. That'll be on all DSPs as well. Both projects is through Dominion Hill and Equity Distribution. You know what I'm saying? So two crazy singles, real dope. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, Biz joint's already out. The Solomon's joint come out Friday.
Man, that's what's up, man. So, how many artists you have right now in Dominion Hill?
Right now, three.
Three.
Yeah,
So,
right now, three. Yeah, we just brand new, brand new brand. You know what I'm saying? Really just got off the ground 60 days ago. So right now, just looking through artists, looking through, different, different, pitches that have been sent over to us. Just skimming through those, and trying to find some pieces that fit right. You know what I mean?
So when you say pieces that fit right, what are you looking for exactly? Like, what type of artists do you want representing your label, Dominion Hill Records?
I'm glad you asked that. All right, so what we're looking for is that when people, no matter what level of, success you had or how long you've been doing this, as far as being an artist or a producer or DJ, when somebody say, I'm looking for a record deal, you know, people think in their minds when you vision it, you say a record deal, people think, it's a bag of money. Like you see, Takashi 6ix9ine and, brothers on the jets holding the bags of money, cash and all that. They thinking, well, that's a record deal. They thinking, all right, I rap, I walk in, I walk out with a stack of money, and after that, life is just a playground for me. You know what I'm saying? So what I want, the reason I launched the brand Dominion Hill is more of a mentality, you know what I'm saying, of what things really are. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, brothers, a lot of people don't really want to, hear that side of it. When you sit down, you talk to them, you say, yo, listen, you know what I'm saying? When you say you're looking for a record deal, you're an artist, you're looking for a production deal, people really don't know what they're looking for. If you ask them, okay, so what do you mean by a deal? They'll just say, well, I'm just looking to get to the bag. That's not a deal. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? What are you looking for specifically? What do you think you need as an artist to propel you? And say, Brad, we need money. That's not what you need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a business. It take money to move. So to say that is to say this, that what we're looking for is that we're looking for artists, independent labels, and what I mean by independent is not meaning you're doing it by yourself. What I mean is that artists that are not, in a contract, with the major. You know what I'm saying? So I say that, because there's different levels of being independent. Really, so with that being said, we're looking for the, we pull a meeting, not so much worried about the music right now. We're not, don't go to the website. It says it right on it. Don't send demos to the website. I'm talking DominionHillRecords.com, and send MP3s or anything like that. The music comes second. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're looking for people who either understand or they're willing to, be taught and to be, as far as how the business is ran in the digital era of music. You know what I'm saying? And in the digital era of music, it's just not about having a good record. You know, um, there's a lot of aspects to, when you put that record out, there's a lot of aspects to be able to make that record have a chance of being successful. And the things that need to be done are things that, is basically tech work. You know what I mean? It's tech work, it's
Yep.
marketing, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so many artists. If you look at the stats, of how many songs get uploaded to, CD Baby and TuneCore and things like that every day. It's in the millions. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find a way to separate yourself. You know what I'm saying? And the only way you know how to do that is that you have to know the business of how to, promote and how to market a record in the digital era. So we're looking for people that either understand already, or we're looking for people who, got things put together, but they just need a partnership. They need more of, those administrative needs to be able to, separate themselves from where they're at now. You know what I'm saying? If that answers your question.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that is a much different perspective than a lot of labels, because I feel like a lot of people, they want the guy that's gonna blow up quickly for a few minutes, and then fade away. You know what I mean? They're in for the trends. So it's kind of good that we see something real. Like you want your artist to be completely genuine. You don't want your Takashi 69s. You want someone that's going to be real. You want an artist. That's what I'm hearing from this.
Well, you know what? Even with, all right, you said that. Even you look at the Takashi 69. Um, I never met the kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anybody who's actually met him live in person. But besides the thing that happened with the court and all that, one thing the 6ix9ine had is that he knew how to separate him. Like, forget about his music.
Yep.
He knew how to create a walking billboard for himself. You know what I'm saying? You understand? Like
Yeah.
he knew whether it looked like he was a clown, whether it looked like that he was being disrespectful, he's trolling people, whether it looked like this, looked like that. You know what I'm saying? He knew how to get the cameras in his face. He knew how to keep the publications writing about him. He knew how to keep people blogging about him. So he was a marketing machine. You know what I mean? He knew how to get that off. You know what I'm saying? And if you proudly sit down in a meeting with 6ix9ine or people on his team, you'll probably find out, not probably, that most of those things, that those antics that you see them doing, you know what I'm saying, most of those things were skits primarily. Like, that it's not even, in his personality to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that don't mean, like I said, not just sticking to him specifically, but the reason why they call this entertainment is the same thing as looking at Arnold Schwarzenegger, in a movie. But does Arnold Schwarzenegger do that in real life day to day? Nah. You look at Rocky, you know what I'm saying? Rocky is not a, professional fighter. He's not flying the fucking, the Soviet Union, fighting Russians. He, you know what I'm saying? That's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So people don't know how to separate the entertainment from, from what's going on in real time. So the music business, when you get to that level, it has a aura of entertainment. You're kind of, they used to use the language crossing over, and that don't really necessarily mean that you're fake. It just means that that whatever your marketing gimmick is, you know what I mean. You're running with a marketing gimmick, and it's just part of business. You know what I'm saying? This is just like
Oh yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
You
definitely
know what I mean?
understand what you mean by that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So what I seen is that, a lot of people, like I said, they have an illusion about how things work. And, I found myself, instead of putting out music and putting together projects, I'm spending a lot of time um, counseling people, you know what I'm saying, giving people consultations, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, nah, brother, it doesn't work that way. And, it deters people because people feel like you're shooting down their dreams, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But I just want people to change their, if you go on the website, because I want people to change their mentality. of how they look at it. Not the music. Well, what if I bring you a different single? Nah, you just have to change the mentality of how you're viewing. You know what I'm saying? Your business. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're looking for a record deal, a partner, you're looking for distribution, you're looking for whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's financial, that's business. So you have to have someone on your team that understands business. You know what I'm saying? That this isn't, it's not a playground of like the illusion that, boom, I can go in the studio and make a record and then I can walk this record to somebody. They're going to give me a bag of money. And like I was saying before, and after that, everything is in play. Nah, you know what I'm saying? If you go in and you do a deal, any type of deal, whatever works for you, that label provides you either money or they provide you services or they provide you a staff. At that point, you really become an employee. You know what I'm saying? You have just like any other 9 to 5 job. You know what I'm saying? You go in, you gotta show up and work after that. And then a lot of brothers don't want to put that work in when they find out really how much work it takes. You know what I'm saying? Once you sign into a situation, people think it gets easier, it gets harder. You know what I'm saying? So, for people to if people can understand that, then that's what we're looking for at Dominion Hill. That's the type of that's what brand we want to build off of.
Oh yeah. No, I feel that heavy because I remember, when I first started, and just wanted to be, a rapper, you know, people always told me, like all the people in the industry that I knew, they always told me like, hey, it's not just about the music, it's how you present yourself. It's you, you know what I mean? Cuz especially in hip hop, I feel like who you are is just as important as the music because if you have great music but as a person, you're nobody. You know what I mean? People aren't gonna pay attention to you because it's more than just the music. It's everything, man.
Right. Your music really is your like I said, it's like the score
Yep.
of a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're watching a movie, but the music in the background is like it's like the score of your life. You know what I'm saying? To where when people see you in real time, that's another thing with Instagram. I mean, you know, Instagram, TikTok, you have to have a presence on there. You know what I'm saying? People can hear your record, that people want to see you in real time. Now, before, what I was saying about was different between the digital era of music, which is basically the industry's 100% digital right now. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of, you know, got real heavy in 2006, 2007, 2008 when everything started really flipping over. And, before you it would be Source Magazine. You used to have to wait a month for the XXL or Source or Vibe to come onto the shelf. So you grab the magazine, it would say, yo, this artist, you know what I'm saying, is dropping a album on this date. Then you would mark that. You'd be like, I bet, because you wouldn't see the artist, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't see him. There's no place to see him at. So you had to buy a ticket to the concert. You had to show up at an in-store, you know what I'm saying, to where you had to pop up at the mall and you had to go to the record store and the artist would be there signing autographs to the CD. You know, it was things like that. Or you had to wait to hear the artist on the radio. So you didn't know when they was coming. You just had to just listen and hear when they was about to pop in. Now, that's why all the magazines are digital now. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like all the news is every day, all day. So you have to have content. Like you can have a record and put it out, but people want to see you in real time. I mean, even though it's digital, you know what I'm saying? People want to see you in real time. They want to know, what you like to eat. They want to know what you wear. You know what I'm saying? They want to know what you're doing when you're not in the studio. They want to see you, they want to see you outside of that. So, you gotta do you gotta do things a lot different. A lot of brothers don't like getting in front of the camera. They don't like going on Instagram. They don't like posting on TikTok. They want to, and you're not going to make it that way. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to, you have to be able to do things in a lot of different aspects. And you know, I know how to organize that. I know what it should look like. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, artists they want to contact us, and the website is DominionHillRecords.com, or they could go on the Instagram DominionHill_Records 73. And they could reach out and, like I said, then send over the information, and if it's something to look right, get back to you and try to make some things happen.
Oh, awesome, man. Yeah. So one thing too I want to ask, since you've been in this game for a long time now, how was it like having to adapt over to CD Baby and everything else, like all the the digital age versus that Wu Tang era? Because you did a lot of work with the Wu Tang Clan, the Kill Army, Priority Records, you know. So how like was that having to see everything in this age versus what you experienced back then?
Uh, it was just a lot more organic. It was just the feel of it was different. So it was completely different feel. You know what I'm saying? It was like the different feeling of you know, smoking something or you know, you know, drinking alcohol. It was two different feels. You know what I mean? And like I was saying before, before you asked me that question, it was like the feeling of, you know, that when you were, let's say when I moved to Jersey City from Ohio in
I
'93, when I first came in '93. This is way back in the day. Like I was right out of high school, and now you look at Jersey, right? There was three artists that were rappers. You know what I'm saying? Uh, there was a brother named Low Cash. They had a camp. They was from the Hill. Um, my brother Hot Tariq. He had a group. Up the street, there was a brother that was connected to DJ Clue and Desert Storm. He was a producer. And then my man A-Tone from the Heights. So there was 3 or 4 rappers in the entire city, bro. Like producers, rappers, concert promoters. That was it. So when I go to the office, it was it was the Wu Tang office, but it was called Razor Sharp, and it was at 99 University Boulevard in Manhattan. And you go in, and you had to grab boxes of vinyl, grab stickers, you know what I'm saying, grab promo CDs. And I used to have to carry that back on the train with me. You know what I'm saying? Take 2 or 3 pills with me, carry it back on the train. Then when you get in the house, you throw your backpack on, you had to walk through and put up stickers in the city. You're meeting people in face to face, and they're like, yo, when's that dropping? Boom, boom. So you have your whole conversation. You're meeting people that way. So basically, I was really the only person in Jersey City at that time that then when you have merch, I'd grab, a Wu-Tang hoodie or something out of the bin or something. I'd come out. When you were walking outside with merch, there was no merch, for sale online. The internet wasn't available yet. You know what I'm saying? So if you had merch on, Killer Army merch. You have merch on, Sons of Man merch. You know what I'm saying? People knew that you was part of a clique. You couldn't just, pick it up in the, walking through the mall and shit like that. So you come out and you had to do things organically. You had to get outside. You had to put up the stickers. You had to shake hands. It was like a campaign, like a political campaign. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to get
Oh
out and
wow.
walk the streets. You had to go. Another thing is there's no internet. You can't just send the MP3, you know what I'm saying, to the radio station and pull it offline. You had to you had to take your vinyl, you had to take your CD, you know what I'm saying? You had to now it wasn't even CDs on shit, it was 93. Yeah, you had to take your whatever. You had to take it and you had to go to the radio station and you had to talk your way in. And then when you get inside, you know what I'm saying, you had to have to hold another conversation. Same thing in the club. You had to go to the club and you had to go in with your music. And you had to walk in with that presence. You had to walk in and say, yo, here go my shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, spin this. Yo, and that was based off your physical presence. That was based off your aura and your swag when you walked in. You know what I'm saying? Because the DJs, they're in there, they working. They got people, you walking up, they don't know you from nothing. You're like, yo, play this. Yo, their job is to keep people moving. So if they playing this, they playing that, you know, everybody know the record, and they play your record, the crowd stops because nobody heard it before. So you had to kind of bully people into sometime doing this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you had to say, like, yo, you know, you had to be in there 15, 20 deep. Like, yo, play this. You know what I mean? You had to have serious people with you. You know, you had to be serious. You know what I mean? Where you almost had to punk the DJ into playing the record. Now it's different. Now it's flip flop to where, you know what I'm saying, you got people that is sitting behind computers and you can't bully them from the computer. You can't call them on the phone and say, yo, play my shit, and they hang up on you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got no intimidation factor in this shit. It was completely different. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the major thing. Like, it's like, you know,
You cutting
you
out?
go,
Repeat that real quick.
yeah, I said like just the feel was different. Like you would go.
Oh yeah.
And I you gotta go to the source you know at 10 a.m. You know, 12 a.m. is Vibe. You know, 1 o'clock is MTV. You know what I'm saying? 3 o'clock is something else. Then maybe 7 o'clock is Hot 97. You had an itinerary you go through, but that let's say that was on June 1st. You had to wait until July 1st to go grab the magazine to see you in there and read the article.
Yeah,
you know
man.
Yeah, so it's completely different.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I'm saying?
much
So
different. I
like
mean,
yeah. So now with the way with the speed of the internet and the Instagram, everything is right now. Like the conversation we're having now, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
That could get bounced down and put up online in seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you didn't have that before. If somebody missed it, if they, you know, if you had, you know, before everything became digital, if you missed the interview and people really wanted to hear what we were talking about, people had to stop whatever they was doing and tune into it. So now it's like, we'll miss it on the phone. You know, we'll miss it because we can put it online, right? We can put it online.
Oh, yep.
And people can come back and catch the arc. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a different way whole different way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? It's completely different. And the biggest thing with that is, to me, is that when you go into a label and they manufacture 100,000 CDs, right? And they're in retail for $9.99 a pop. You sell 100,000 copies at $9.99 a pop. You do the math. That's $1 million. All right, minus the co-op fees and what it costs to, you know, manufacture the album and, you know, those type of deductions. But you knew that's what you had gross. So now with digital, you know what I'm saying, you put out music, you really don't know what your shit is streaming. You know what I'm saying? They report to you with, you know, the numbers. You don't know. You could stream 100,000 first day. They could send you a report back saying you streamed 5,000. How would you know?
I mean, that's true. Numbers can definitely be fabricated.
You know what I'm saying? It's just numbers. How you know, how do you really know? And then let's say if it's nothing, you know, if it's no, you know, if everything is on the up and up, you still have to be able to register your music and do your metadata properly to make sure that you get credit, you know, for your spins. So a lot of brothers don't know how to do that as well. You know what I'm saying? They you know, spend money in the studio. They spend money on graphics, videos. They spend money on beats. They spend money on features. They put music out that don't sell. And they're like, yo, what happened? What happened is you didn't do the other part of it. You didn't do the business side. You know, you have to understand, you know, of how to release the music. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying, you know, doing the deal is not so much necessarily about walking in the, you know, and walking out with money. It's about walking in and, you know, receiving from the label what you need. You know what I'm saying? What you need, what you're missing. You know what I'm saying? In order to bring those parts together to make everything, you know, whole. You know what I'm saying? That's important.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I agree with you, man. So we gotta wrap up real quick. So I just wanna do you have any releases you want to shout out right now? Any projects you're working on that you want to announce on here?
Yeah, Biz the Prince, Jersey. His singles out right now is called New Jersey Anthem. That's out right now. All DSPs, iTunes, Spotify, you know, it's on all DSPs everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's out right now. And then Work Hard by Solomon Childs. That drop on Friday. the 23rd. So this Friday, that's coming up. Same thing, all DSPs. You find it everywhere. And, then we got some other things cooking as well. So you can see the release calendar on the website. You said you can submit music on there. You can keep up with the releases. You can look at the overview of what Dominion Hill is about. And that's Dominion, DOMINION, Hill, records.com. You know what I'm saying? You can go right there and look at everything.
Man, that was Rhasun. What song should we go out to, actually, on this radio show?
What happened?
What song should we go out to? You know what I mean? What song do you want me to spin right now?
Yo, whatever,
I guess we'll go with You down with New Jersey Anthem?
Yeah.
All right, let's go out to New Jersey Anthem by Biz the Prince. Let's go!